Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Sports Scoop. I'm your girl, Kelly Wilson, aka K-Dub.
And I'm Chantelle.
On today's show, September 21st, 2013, we're going to take a look at the best rivalries in sports.
We're also going to take a look at the WNBA playoffs,
the LSU-Auburn college football game,
dive into some interesting issues with the NCAA versus Arian Foster,
my beloved Yankees, as we keep our playoff hopes alive.
And last but certainly not least, what is going on with Chip Kelly?
So, I believe the greatest, best rivalry in all of sports is none other than the Yankees-Red Sox. What do you think?
Of course, I don't have the best rivalry, but we all know if we are a Falcons fan, one of the biggest rivalry is the New Orleans Saints.
But is it the most bitter rivalry?
They're very bitter.
Oh, really?
When those two teams step on the field, it is intense.
They do tend to play harder when they play each other. But, I mean, if I had a choice between watching that game or watching, like, a Bears, Packers, or Vikings, Packers game, I'm going to go with the NFC North games.
Who doesn't want to see the Falcons Saints?
I mean, I'll watch it, but it's not like, that's not the first game that I tend to watch. But I will say, without them, that rivalry in the NFC South, there really is nothing to look forward to. So I'll give you that.
All right, I'll take that.
All right, so now we're going to talk about the WNBA playoffs, mainly the Atlanta Dream versus the Washington Mystics, who I really didn't think was going to be in the playoffs. But hey, I'm not hating. Go ahead, do your thing.
A surprise to many, but not for the Dream fans. The Dream, this is their 5th time making it to the playoffs. Their first game in the semifinals was Thursday night.
All right.
But it was not a good look.
What happened, shit? Like, what was, like, Angel? I don't know what happened.
I mean, Angel did her thing. She took on the team. She led. She put most of her power in the 4th quarter, but the rest of the team couldn't keep up.
So what was going on with Ivy Lotta? Was she lighting it up? Was she shooting? Was she throwing down those passes? What's going on?
She was indeed. Led the team with 14 points, 7 assists. Langhorne also killed it on the rebounds. The Dream just could not execute on their home court.
You gotta win at home. I don't know what it is, but the Atlanta sports teams, they can win at home, but if you take them outside of Phillips Arena or outside of Georgia Dome or Turner Field, it's like they forget what they were doing. I'm like, come on, man, this is the playoffs.
Which is why this game is important for the Dream. If they want to have a chance at bringing home this championship, they have to execute in tonight's game.
So do you think, after seeing that poor performance, that they can rebound it for game 2?
I will. I think they'll definitely come out full force, get a nice offense going, and start collecting rebounds.
All right. Well, as Dreams keep their playoff hopes alive, so are my New York Yankees. The hunt for October is real, man. I mean, the whole season, everybody getting hurt. My boy Mark Teixeira out for the season with a doggone wrist surgery.
What's going on with those Yankees?
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, our pitchers.
Talk to us.
I mean, CC, he's our ace, our number one. He can't buy a win to save his life. Phil Hughes, he might as well just give it a rest. Like, I don't even know what to say about him. He might as well be off the team because he really ain't doing nothing for us. And, I mean, this is Mariano Rivera's last season. I mean, you can't let the greatest closer in a game go out this way. I mean, come on now. You got to represent for your team. And Derek Jeter, the captain, I love you. Number 2, you got my heart. But you got to get healthy, man. You got to. We need you. I'm so glad that we brought back Alfonso Soriano. But him alone is just not helping us. Him, Robson Cano, A-Rod, it's just a whole team effort. We got to be healthy. We got to play smart. We got to come back with some wins. Let's do this.
There it is. You have it from a dedicated, probably one of the number 1 fan of the Yankees.
Number 1. In other news, talking about my favorite team, we're going to switch gears to college football. Her favorite team, come Auburn Tigers, War Eagle.
Those Tigers, and we're not talking about the Golden Tigers. Although they do have a matchup tonight at 7:45. It shall be an interesting game. We've got 2 quarterbacks with impressive passing games. I mean, this guy, Marshall, often looked at sort of like a Cam Newton, impressive. Definitely leading the Tigers. Definitely have helped us get the 3-0 record. LSU also are starting off this season with a 3-0 record. So this is going to be a tough matchup. Definitely a great game for SEC fans.
Go Tigers.
War Eagle.
All right, still staying on that college football tip. Your boy Arian Foster, who is the starting running back for the Houston Texans, just recently announced that he was receiving money back when he was on the Tennessee Volunteers team. Now, you would say, why would you open up your big mouth? I mean, you played for them last 2008. Why would you bring that up again? But he's going to be in an upcoming documentary, and he just happened to just give out that information, like, hey, I got paid back in the day. I need money for food and for rent. But I'm like, you're a college athlete. You have all of that. Why do you need money? Like, come on. And that brings up the whole age-old debate of whether college athletes should get paid. So I pose the question to you. Do they need to get paid?
I think they get paid just enough money to be able to survive well off. I mean, you're a college student. You're a student athlete. The student part obviously comes first for a reason.
Right.
They need to take care of their studies and then worry about the money later.
You sure do. I don't understand. Like, there's so many athletes out there, not just football, although I know football brings in probably the most money. But, I mean, if you give it to them, you're going to have to give it to, like, the swimmers, you know, the lacrosse people, the fencing people, whatever. Like, I don't know. Like you said, they get paid in other ways. They may not be the type of payment that they want, but at the end of the day, they're getting stuff they shouldn't, or not to say that they shouldn't get, but they get stuff that they probably wouldn't have gotten had they not been a college athlete.
Exactly. So, I mean, the question is at this point, what will the NCAA do to continue to correct situations like this? I mean, I feel like with Arian Foster coming out and admitting something like this, it may or may not just open up even more investigations of some athletes who might be doing stuff now, who maybe have done stuff in the past, just like he has.
So just don't do it. Just don't. I mean, it's the rule. Be smart. Stay in school. Chip Kelly. That offense, it worked for you at Oregon. You know, college level, pro level, it really don't compare. It's not even the same. That first game versus the Redskins, I will say, I was like, okay, I'm feeling this offense. You know, it took their little Redskins defense off guard. They didn't know what was coming. But
I believe that was just because it was the first game. I personally feel like everyone was excited to see what Chip Kelly would do with this offense. After the first game, I think it's starting to be clear that the Eagles might not be able to handle this type of offense.
The Eagle has landed, folks.
The Eagle has landed.
Andy Reid, make sure of that. So we shall see. I don't know. Only time will tell. Hopefully Mike Vick and the boys could put something together. But, I mean, I'm a Cowboys fan, so I don't care about them. But, you know, I'm just curious to see if they can, like, I don't know, maybe stop some people from scoring. I don't know.
The Eagles, I mean, they're still contestants. I'm not going to put them out. They might not win the playoffs, but they definitely have a chance of making it to the playoffs. They just need to get something going for them. They need to get a transition each game.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our show, our first episode of Sports Scoop. But before we go, we just want to leave you all with just a little gift, a little present from us to you. And it's our hottie of the week, Mr. Yasiel Puig, number 66, right field for the Los Angeles Dodgers, who have just clinched the National League West title. They're going to be in the playoffs. They have been in the playoffs in a couple of seasons, so I'm just curious to see how well they're going to be. But it doesn't hurt to have a cute right fielder on your team.
Never hurts.
It never hurts. I mean, the brother's fine. What can you say? I don't know. But, you know, we out. We're going to be here next time. Please stick around. Please come back. I'm your girl, Kelly, a.k.a. K-Dubs.
And I'm Chantelle.
We will see you on the next episode of Sports Scoop. Holla. All right, on today's show, September 21st, 2013, we're going to be talking about the best rivalries in sports. Dang it. And my beloved Yankees.
Fact still remains. When those two teams get on the field,
it goes down.
And pause.
Oh. Wait. I need ice.
That would be so funny. It's like, Arian, you're not. I can't.